that even hints of kindness, and from my tortured shame, no comfort, no escape. I see much deep within is utter blindness, hopeless, as my dream dies, as the time flies, lost, a lost illusion, helpless, unforgiven, cold and driven to this sad conclusion. No beauty could move me, no goodness improve me, no power on earth if I can't love her. No passion could reach me, no lesson could teach me how I could have loved her and make her love me too. If I can't love her, then who? Long ago I should have seen all the things I could have been, careless and unthinking. I moved onward. No pain could be deeper, no life could be cheaper, no point anymore if I can't love her. No spirit could win me, no hope left within me. Oh, I could have loved her, and she could set me free. But it's not to be if I can't love her. Let this world be done with me. Hello, my name is McAlester. I'm a 10th grader, PA Cyber School, that applies to anything. And a YC, well, Hickback now, I guess. Hickback got me started in musical theater, which now is my passion. And I think that's just really cool, because I've done theater before it, but before I came here, basketball was my true passion. I thought that's what I loved to do, and I liked it a lot, but I didn't love it. And I remember the first audition I had here, which was for the second annual Rise Up and Dance, which was a passion play. It was about 3 years ago. I was 14? I don't know. No, I'd be 13. Never good at math. And it was after a basketball game in Lancaster that I was at. And I remember the night so well because it was downpouring. And I didn't want to do it. A family friend was like, hey, you should come and do this. We need guys, because we're in theater. Theaters always need guys. And so I was like, I really don't want to do it. And my mom dragged me there, and I was in the car, it was downpouring. You could see like 5 feet ahead of us. And she was, the whole way there, I was reminding her, I was like, why are you making me do this? This is so dumb. I hate this. And she was like, no, you're going to go do this. If you don't like it, you can just not do it. You're just going to do it after audition. And I was like, okay, fine. And so we got there, and I walked in, and I never felt so vulnerable in my life. Because I walked in, there was all these people I didn't know. And they were very talented. They were doing like stretches and stuff, like put their legs behind their head and like get ready to dance. What? And I was in my basketball gear. So I had this uniform on and everything. And I got here, and I was like, okay, let's just get this through. And I was like, okay, we'll sing and stuff. We filled out the audition form. And one of the first people I noticed here was Sarah Mayfield, who was our old choreographer. And all these kids were asking her questions, like, where do we put our audition forms? Where do we do this? Where do we do that? I was like, but she's only a kid. She turned out to be like 23, and she was just really small. But, so, she wasn't a kid. She was the choreographer for the show. And we went into the singing auditions and the reading auditions. And I came out, and I was like, okay, cool, that went well. And then they were like, okay, we're getting ready for dance auditions. And I was like, what? I don't dance. And they were like, oh no, just do it. So we were out there, and there was all the good kids in the front. I was like hiding in the back with this and they were just doing like simple stuff. Like it was like step touch, but I was like trying to like avoid being seen in the back, like doing all these weird jumps and stuff. And just kind of hoping they'd know I was horrible and just walk on by. But they did this, and we went through the dance auditions, and it was horrible. I got up on stage, I forgot everything I was supposed to do, and I just kind of sat there, and I was like, oh, I hate this. But we got a call on the ride home after that. We were going home, and it was raining. My mom couldn't take the call, so I took the call. And she was like, take the call, and I was this 12-year-old, 13-year-old boy, just like, okay, I'll take the call. Thought it was too cool to take calls. And there was a nice lady named Miriam on the other line. And she was like, I was like, okay, yeah. And she hung up, and my mom told me, and she said, well, what was that about? And I was like, I don't know, they'll call you back. And about 3 days later, they never called us back. So my mom called them back, and it turned out I had to call back. I didn't know what it was. So we came to the second round of audition, and I got that through, and I got a decent role and everything. And I was like, cool, I got the role. And then we read down the cast list a little more, and it was like, I was not in just like one dance ensemble, I was in like 5. I was like, what? They were mistaking me with someone else. Like, I probably not even in the show. But, and then we got there, and Sarah was like, yeah, I can tell you're athletic. And at this point, I was like, oh yeah, I probably shouldn't have worn my basketball uniform to like auditions, because I wasn't athletic at all at the auditions. Because I didn't think so. And she said, oh, you're athletic, you can learn it. So I was like, I don't want to do this. And I was in 5, and I was trying to learn them, and they were like over my head, and I was like, this is ridiculous. I hate this. I can't do it. And I got through it. After all the complaining, Sarah was like, okay, just listen. You're going to stick with this for like 2 more weeks, and if you don't make a breakthrough, we will take you out of a dance ensemble or 2. And I was like, okay, thank you. But fortunately, I made the breakthrough. And I mean, and then that just opened up a new thing for me as I kind of learned to dance. I still can't dance. I'm just really bad at dancing. So out of all the years I've been here, Hickback, I've learned to get about halfway through an audition with a dance. So It's improvement, but it's not quite there. And then the next show came along, which was the summer show. It was The Wiz. And I ended up interning for The Wiz. And I didn't know what that was, because I got cast in Secret Garden that summer. And I ended up interning, and I didn't know what it was. And so I came here, and I ended up building sets and stuff, which is another aspect that I got to learn to do, which is build sets, which is really, really cool. And it's all this while, and I think the guy that casted me in Secret Garden when I wanted to be in Wiz with all my friends was George Kell. I thought he was crazy. I was like, what are you doing? I want to be with my friends. But no, he was like, no, how about you help this? You intern. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. And I did it. And I think he really knew it was best for me, because I learned stuff. I learned how to do sets, and I learned all aspects of theater. And I've learned like a little hair and makeup and stuff. And I mean, it was really great to learn all this stuff. And I do the passion plays every year. And George Kell, although at first scared me to death, because he's this big guy and he's like got this booming voice, and he would always like stop the show sometimes and be like, hold, and he'd be like, whoa. But yeah, he's this big guy, and he's this booming voice, and he scares you. Like, still all the new people are scared from him, like, they'll just back up. But you learn that he's like one of the nicest men you'll ever meet. And I look at him today as my spiritual father, because he just came along and just helped me along the way with my walk and stuff. And back when I was playing basketball, I couldn't really do what I liked. I always liked to sing, but if you sing on a basketball team, you're going to get made fun of. People are like, you're a wimp. It's not any like high school musical singer going on. People are like, oh, you're a wimp. Only wimps sing and stuff. And I learned that theater is harder than basketball. Because you have to do like dancing and singing all at the same time. And like, instead of learning like 30-second plays, you got to learn like 3-minute dance numbers, but that's a different story. But just so many memories were made in this building. And looking back now, I can only imagine where my life would be if I didn't get dragged into the first passion play I did. It was like truly a life-changing experience, and it helped me with my walk with God. I'm not even sure I was a true Christian before I came here and got helped along the way. I don't think I was a true Christian in the first passion play. I was just kind of like, oh yeah, I'm a Christian, I go to church, that's great. But it really helped me with my walk with God, and it brought me along and just showed me like that I'm not good enough to get to God, but lucky for us, God comes to us where we are. Woo! So like that helped me so much that like no matter what I do is I'm going to fail. I'm going to fail God time and time again, and I'll never be worthy. I'm not even worthy to look at Him. If I looked at Him, I'd drop dead.